What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So as always, every single Wednesday I throw up a video of another video in the series 100 runs or 10 hours of a specific farms. Like if it's an open world farm, we do it for 10 hours, and if it's a dungeon, we do 100 runs. And I've done all the runs. I've gathered up all the items that I want to put up on the auction house. So I'm going to show you guys the route in the dungeon, talk a bit about it, and then at the end I will show you guys the items that I'm left with. So in this video we got a TBC dungeons, the Blood Furnace, and we're going to be doing this on normal mode because if you do it on heroic, you kill a boss, you're going to be saved, right? So it's on normal mode. It's an extremely straightforward dungeon. I feel like most dungeons are straightforward after vanilla. Most of them. There's definitely cases where there's alternative routes after vanilla too. But when doing Blood Furnace, you gotta watch out for these stealthed mobs because every mob counts, especially when you're doing Blood Furnace, because this dungeon is kind of short, and since you can do 10 runs max per hour, you want to make sure that you kill all the mobs that you can. So definitely check out for those stealthed mobs. There's a few other mobs that I'm going to show you that you got to make sure that you're actually killing. But in terms of loot, Blood Furnace doesn't have anything you can that you can mine. There's no potential vein spawns in this dungeon. There's nothing to skin. There's nothing to. I don't think there's anything to herb eater in this dungeon. So in terms of materials, it's not really that cool. And there's like no primals. A lot of TBC dungeons have the option for mining, skinning, or herbalism. And if they don't, they usually have some sort of mobs that drop some sort of motes of something, right? So you can at least get some primals. This one doesn't. But however, what's going to make you a lot of gold if you're lucky though is like TBC world drops, plants and patterns, and that's what you're aiming for in every single TBC dungeon. So you got to click this lever, and while clicking that one, you can just kill off these packs right here of mobs. It's kind of time gated since you have to wait for these guys, but it's no biggie. I really like to run this dungeon, and it's one of the few TBC dungeons that I can do, well, that I've done 100 runs of, and I'm like, alright, this is not too bad. Like, I could do more of this, even though it's nice to be done with 100 runs. But yeah, I think it's pretty smooth to run, even though when doing content that isn't vanilla, I prefer there to be some sort of steady gold income because you know you're going to make gold, since the blue items and green items are not really that much of interest, especially not for me. There's a couple of items that I do sell and have had a lot of luck selling, but the gold is in world drops, plans, patterns, and if you're lucky enough, you can also get like a blade of wizardry and staff of natural fury and so on. But yeah, I'm gonna kill off these mobs right here, and then we're gonna come to the boss. You don't really need to play a specific class for this one. Usually you want to play like a druid or a monk, so you can just use Dreamwalk, for instance, to port in and out. Otherwise, you gotta make group, leave group, and you will port it out after a minute, or sign up for a scenario. But this one is kind of cool, because after killing the last boss, you can just step into this fire thingy that you guys can see right in front of me. And when you step into that one, you're gonna get insane movement speed. So then you just run out of the dungeon, leave it, open up Loot Appraiser, or just right click your frame and like reset dungeons and go back in. So super smooth. It's extremely easy to run. It's comfortable. So if you want to try something different, definitely Ramparts is a decent one. So in terms of loot, this is what I'm left with, the items that you guys can see in my bag. So starting with the best items, I did actually get two TBC world drop plants and patterns, like epic ones. Unfortunately, that was in like the first 25 runs or some shit, I believe, and then I got nothing after that. So I got the Fell-Hardened Mole, which is 104,000 gold on my realm, but only 43,000 gold market value. Then I got this one, Fell Fury Gauntlets, 59,000 gold market value and 85 on my realm. The rest of these are just like patterns, designs on just shitty ones. A lot of designs. I just kept these. I tend to sell some of them. Designs are hard to sell, but yeah, I've definitely sold some of these in the past. In terms of blue items, I decided to keep most of them. This one, like, they're not that interesting. They really aren't. And these are so easy to get. If you have like an outlaw rogue and you just fly around and you pick a world chest. So not the best blue items. In terms of green items, I got 2 of this bow. It looks like shit, but I tend to sell a lot of bows from every expansion. I got a gun, this one right here. I got this mask, which shouldn't be a problem selling at all. Then we got 2 crossbows that both look like complete shit. Good market value. This one is horrible in my realm though, but this one is pretty good in terms of market value and price of my realm, so I'm at least gonna try. And the total value of these 100 runs of Blood Furnace is, let's see, 261,000 gold, which doesn't seem that good, especially if you look at my inventory, but I was lucky enough to get 2 plants, right? Because if we look at the result from other TBC dungeons, especially the ones that doesn't really have any materials in it, this is actually not bad in terms of value. It really isn't. Like, there's so many of them. Like, if we take a look at Botanica, 87,000 gold versus the 261,000 gold in this one. So it's not too bad. It really isn't. I think Steamboat was also right above 100,000 gold. So it's better than most of the TBC ones that I've done. But that just shows you that even after doing 100 runs, which is a lot of runs, there's still... the RNG plays a big difference, because if I just got 1 more of these plans or patterns, I would have had like 50, 100,000 gold more, right, to the total. So it plays a big role. It really does. But that was it for today's video. So if you guys got a dungeon that I haven't done that you want me to do 100 runs of, or even an open world farm that you want me to do for 10 hours, let me know in the comment section down below and I will happily do it. And if you haven't subscribed, you can always do it by clicking somewhere around here somewhere. And I will see you all in the next video. Until then, bye bye.